mono test. So then this is certified. So we're gonna go enter here. We're gonna go start dyno. We're on track 4, we're gonna go, and then we're gonna start the recorder here.
Okay, so running the test. Yeah, so the output is going up slowly on the AP. Wow.
All right, so we're gonna pause this for a second so we can kind of see what happened here. So according to the AP, we're at 14.24, a little under 14.4. I can change that a little bit. 4,531 watts at 1 ohm. And this is 1% THD according to the dyno, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna go over here.
So the 3600 watt amp's making 4,500 watts at 1 ohm on the amp dyno.
On the amp dyno, yeah. Now for what we're looking at here, right? So all this before here, that's before the test started, right? You just have random noise sitting here. Test starts here. So this is really what we're concerned about. Power climbs up and THD climbs up, but I'm gonna do this one more time so it's easier for everybody to see.
So there's a red line and a blue line. What's the difference?
The red line is the THD, which starts when the test starts. So you'll see it drops down here. The blue line is power. So this is microwatts, right? There's no power yet.
Okay.
So this is the power line. And so you can see over here, there's a number with it. This red cursor here and the 1% THD line's right here. So you're gonna take this cursor down to where do we get to 1%. And then you're gonna take this other cursor over to cross it, and that'll tell you your 1% power. So in this case, at these two, it's saying right at 4,000 watts for the AP. And this is why we talk about AP power versus amp dyno power. The APs can tell you exactly where 1% is every time, over and over and over, right? We can see this. You can actually see the curve. We can expand it out in time if we want to shrink the time to make this easier to see.
So the amp dyno is showing about 500 watts more than the AP, and that's because of the accuracy. The amp dyno is more of a consumer-based product versus a laboratory-grade precision product. Is that correct?
Correct. In here, now that I've zoomed in some, so we're talking 4356. So there's 200 watt difference between the two, right? 200,
okay.
Yeah, so what we've seen in general is the amp dynos are really good at somewhere between 1 and 3% distortion.
Okay.
And that's at 14.2, right? So we're a little under power here. All right, so here is an uncertified dyno run. We're gonna do the same thing. I haven't personally done this yet with the AP hooked up, so we'll see what this looks like.
Okay. We might let smoke out tonight, Joe.
I don't know, we're about to find out.
Okay, it's happening. It looks like a race.
Yeah, so let's see here.
What do we got? We can't see the amp dyno screen at all, it's too dark.
Yeah, it's 55.52 at 14.3. We got voltage a little closer to 14.4 this time. And according to us, you're making, at 1%, once again, 4,487. Like, that's the one thing with an AP machine versus an amp dyno, right? The number is almost the same every time, unless the amplifier's gotten hot. Now let's see, where do we make 5,500 watts? So 55.52. So we got 55.35, right about 10% THD. So if I had to guess, I would say they're trying to look at like 10% THD for their uncertified.